California farms, when managed well, have a great potential to protect the natural resources that they depend on. The water, the soil. What we call conservation farming practices, those are really all the stewardship practices that are useful for maintaining and protecting the natural resources. Cover cropping and finding ways to reduce tillage can build the soil structure and improve overall soil health. Planting buffer strips and hedgerows can provide habitat for beneficial animals, especially like insects like bees and butterflies that pollinate our crops. These practices are not only important for the natural ecosystems that surround our farms, but they're also really essential for maintaining the long-term viability of our crop production.
The Napa River hosts salmon and steelhead trout, which go to the ocean and come to our waterways to reproduce. It's a sensitive waterway that needs to be protected from sediment pollution. So these farmers have an extra responsibility in keeping the waterway clean, in addition to keeping their soil on site for production. It's important for farmers to incorporate conservation practices, having drainage features on their vineyard avenues and dirt roads around their properties that divert water to the right places rather than causing soil loss and sedimentation into our waterways.
We're all organic, so we don't use any synthetic fertilizers, and we pretty much depend on cover crops. That has a long-term effect of just a more resilient soil. These habitat islands that border the groups of blocks on this vineyard create shelter, refuge, and food sources for important predators in our vineyards, like coyotes, which prey on rodents, which feed on the vines. It gives nesting areas and places for birds of prey to perch, owls to live.
2024 was an incredibly wet spring, and in 2025 we got less than half of that moisture when we would expect it to. So we can see how they respond differently during those growing seasons and how the implementation of practices such as cover crops and reduced tillage in the soil helps that soil keep its good structure and allows any water that does come to be taken and held onto the soil, and you can hopefully see those differences in the following vegetable crop.